must die! You must die! You must die! You must die! You must die!
Spotted!
You must die!
All targets down.
I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
How do I know this isn't some kind of trick?
This is no trick. The Thorian is dead, and I am myself again. My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
You chose to side with Saren. So did Matriarch Benezia.
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Saren, but in the end, her plan backfired.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Saren's pretty quick to betray his own people.
He was quick to betray the Thorian, too. After he had what he wanted, he ordered the Geth to destroy all evidence of its existence. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
Just give me some plain answers. Where is the cipher?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory. A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
You taught Saren, you can teach me.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity. I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
What was that? Commander Shepard, are you all right?
All I saw were more weird visions. It still didn't make sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
We should get you back to the ship, Commander. Medical needs to know about this.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous, but I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
I want to know more about Benezia.
Benezia was greatly respected among our people. A powerful biotic, even for an Asari. She was widely known as a teacher of philosophy and religion. She always sought the paths of peace and harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Instead, she became one of his most powerful allies.
As I mentioned before, Matriarch Benezia underestimated Saren. Be sure you do not make the same mistake.
What else can you tell me about Saren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Saren believes he is unstoppable.
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling. Spend enough time in Sovereign's presence and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorium?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it. But I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I am grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature. Now it is gone.
The galaxy's a better place with that thing dead and gone.
The rare and remarkable creature.
You were allied with Saren. For all I know, you still are. I can't just let you walk away.
Your suspicions are understandable, but you freed me from the Thorian and from Saren. I am on your side now. If you allow it, I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
I can't believe it. Joan says we'll have all the money we need to keep this place running. It's because of you, Shepard. I can't thank you enough.
These people are brave, but the Geth are relentless. My people know this better than anyone.
Can't believe the colony held out as long as it did.
Ships are already on their way here with supplies. We'll be the biggest human colony yet.
So much. Now everybody will pour the money in. We'll be able to rebuild and then some.
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain.
I will do what I can to assist the colony in this difficult time. I am ashamed of the damage done to the lives of these people.
Farewell, Shiala.
Farewell, Commander. I wish you well in your hunt.
You won't recognize this place when we're done.
All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Feros will have a second chance thanks to you. Commander, glad to see you survived your encounter with the Thorian.
I hope the new money doesn't spoil this place.
All traces of the Thorian...
You'd think Exogeny would be more interested in protecting their investment.
All of a sudden, it's like we're worth something.
You sure get results.
Never seen such a turnaround by a company.
If Exogeny had just put in a bit more support from the start.
Exogeny could have prevented all this in the first place.
We asked for help in the beginning, but they didn't listen.
All traces of the Thorian...
We're not soldiers.
We can rebuild this place.
John may be corrupt, but he certainly got us a great deal.
Soon we'll have everything we need.
Ships are already on their way.
Looks like the colony will survive after all.
It's nice to finally get the support we deserve.
We've never had funding like this before.
Oh, thanks again. That data will be very valuable once I get out of here. Oh, thanks again.
This wouldn't have happened if Exogeny had backed us from the start.
If only Exogeny had supported us from the start.
I never thought we'd get this much support from the Home Office.
We're going to be very busy. You won't recognize anything in a year. A clean slate.
I hope we can make this colony work.
I will do what I can to assist the colony.
Farewell, Shiala.
Farewell, Commander.
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain.
I never thought I would be so thrilled to see a soldier. Forgive my previous inaction, but under the Thorian's influence, every thought was examined and filtered.
What will you do now that the fighting is over?
I may stay, try to recover my losses. I can have new supplies delivered within weeks. Perhaps the colony will survive after all.
Let me see what you have in stock.
Of course. Return in the future, and I may even have more to see.
Thank you for everything you did.
I have my own thoughts again. Thank you, Commander.
Thanks, Commander. It's great to be free again.
You were in Torfin, right? Glad you're on our side.
Feros will be back in shape in no time, Commander. We'll make sure of it.
This planet's not so bad, but it isn't under the grip of some hidden threat.
I want to try and make this colony work. I hope we'll have the chance now.
The only thing I can say for that plan is it made me forget how hungry I am.
Now that the alien influence is purged, we can get back to building a profitable colony.
It was hell, you know. Any honest thought hurt. Just like staring at the sun.
It feels so good to be free again. You have another chance at making a home here.
I think I'll stay, help reclaim the colony. It's a chance for a new beginning.
I prefer hunger to slavery, thank you very much.
We'll build up our defenses and make sure Feros stays in human hands.
You did a good thing for Feros. But I'm getting out while I can. I've had enough of the colony life.
We'll try our best to make this colony work. I know we can do it.
I'm free. Thank you. I'm so glad to get that plan out of my head.
I'm ready to go back to Earth. Things are simpler there.
They said we'd never last on Feros. We'll prove them wrong.
Thanks, Commander. It's great to be free again.
Feros will survive. Thanks to you.
Thanks to you, Greta and I can start over.
I'm free. Thank you for giving me my mind back.
Thank you for everything you tried to do here.
It was awful. Every time I thought about speaking out, even the memory is painful. Free. I can't believe I'm free.
Finally, we have hope again.
We can make this colony work. We just need to build it for ourselves. After a while, we just instinctively did what the Thorian wanted.
It was in my head. Like getting slapped every time your eyes left the ground. I don't know if I want to stay, but I'm glad we have the choice.
That was a nightmare.
Thank you for everything.
No one should ever feel pain like that. I really need a vacation. Free. I can't believe I'm free.
It will take time for things to get back to normal around here. The Geth are gone. Got water again. Everything's good. I'm free again. Thank you for everything. Thank you for freeing us. The Thorian forced me to think what it wanted. I felt when you killed it. That thing got into my head pretty deep. It hurt so much. I'm glad we'll have another chance here. That's all Davin and I have ever wanted. Thank you for freeing us.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects?
My brain's been scrambled like an egg. How do you think I feel?
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Nobody's messing with my head anymore. I'm sick of dealing with these visions.
I understand your reluctance, Commander. But the visions are already there. I only want to help you make sense of them. It may be the only way to stop Saren.
Make it fast. Time's a-wasting.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Did you see anything?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw, you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
Looks like we're back where we started.
Quite the opposite, Commander. I think my knowledge of the Protheans will prove useful before this is over. I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
You sure it was the joining? I feel fine.
Your role in our communion is passive. I am the one who must submerge myself in your mind, drown myself in your thoughts. It is more difficult than it looks. The human subconscious instinctively resists the joining, Commander. A strong personality like yours makes it even harder.
Dr. Chalkwash should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Feros report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, is this some kind of game? Are you calling in a report just so you can cut us off?
Don't piss me off and I won't disconnect you.
You don't make demands on us, Shepard. Spectre's answer to the Council, not the other way around.
Did you get my file on Feros?
We did. Things would have been easier if Exogeny had warned you about the Thorian.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
Exogeny tried to study it. Look how that turned out.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Goodbye, Counselor.
Oh, lost the connection, ma'am. Sorry.